We're
So,
live.
people of the world, we are live, and we're live on StreamYard, which means that people from all over Hell's Half Acre can join in. We're here with Kellen Ann Fisher, who is the avowed Queen of WOW, although she probably does not have that on her business card. It's how we refer to her here internally.
I love
And
it. Thank you.
she does stuff that's literally undeniable. For example, my thank you notes now look like this, and it's 3D. So it's not like it's like a crappy. I mean, this is like the real deal. So when I send somebody a note, it is. People go, "Wow, where'd you get that?" I go, "Queen of WOW."
And fun fact, we're actually all under the same roof right now.
We are.
Yeah, we're just
We're
in different
just in
rooms.
3 separate locations so that we can play the nice squares without a whole big production. This was easier.
Without
But
being
we're
anything-
literally
like
in
Yeah.
separate rooms.
There's no butt rubbing. It's all in separate places.
Okay,
Oh boy.
we're going there.
Well, I mean, sometimes it's just literally uncomfortable to be on this, try to be on the same screen.
Yes.
This has ultimate comfort. You can do anything you want. So
We
there's
should
a,
do
there's
like
a
a
bunch of
wave.
people online. There's a bunch of people on the line, but no one has commented. So if
Let
you're
us
just
know you're
listening-
here, people.
Exactly. Okay, so here's the deal. Kellen is an idea person, and her ideas are striking. And she decided to use her own ideas on herself, which is pretty cool. So she wrote a book about her dog. Well,
Plural.
not actually about the dog. It was about the process of the dog wagging and be happy. And so she has this, hold on. She has this book called Wag More, which basically, I guess, is I mean, I've read the book, but it's basically about, are you happy? Because somebody's going to be a grumbler and somebody's going to be relaxed about it. And depending upon who you are, that's your personality. Am I fair to say that, Kellen?
Definitely. Yep. It's also about just living in the moment, learning to live in the moment.
Yeah. Instead of bitching about things, just, it's raining lemons, make lemonade, correct?
Exactly.
I'm much more attuned to the philosophy of, in a barn full of horseshit, there's a pony. And your job is find the pony, not complain about the horseshit.
Exactly.
Oh, Sal.
So I had the honor of writing the forward
Yes.
for Wagmore. And I will say it's this book makes you stop and think and appreciate the small things in life. And as corny as that sounds, we often overlook the small things. And when you see life through a dog's eye, you end up seeing life differently.
Exactly.
And Kellen
I think it
can,
makes you react
can
differently too.
So
Oh, yeah. That's true.
the thing that Kellen Ann sent us when we got it is this box, which kind of looks like the title of the book. But when you open up the box, there's stuff in there, including this video.
Hey Jeffrey, I just wanted to send you your copy of Wagmore, and a special thank you for all that you did for your support and writing the wonderful quote.
Isn't that cool? Okay, now there's obviously the video takes a little bit of doing, but is it worth it as an author and a writer? Well, obviously her own cards are cool as shit also, and her thank you note handwritten. So now, and it came in this envelope, which is also pretty cool. She's got the whole package together. Imagine you in your customer, whatever you're trying to do with your customer, and you can send these packages. It doesn't necessarily have to include a book. It can include anything. It can include your product. It can include a bicycle if it was small enough. But I think that, you know, your job is to think about this in terms of how could you use this. Kellyanne's going to be courting a bunch of publishers to use this process for their book. It's an obvious thing.
We have so many nice friends on here. Can we just say hey to them for a second?
Yeah, sure,
I can't see them.
Oh, we have April on LinkedIn, Sal on LinkedIn, Doug from the Philippines, Joachim, Tom, Anand from Mumbai.
Okay, so look at this. We have a couple of Americans, which we're going to not make excuses about, but Greg Fox is on, and Joe Moore is on, and Dave McCarthy. We're an awesome way to create the wow factor. Yeah. But if you're from Mumbai and you're from the Philippines and you're from hell, Norway, come on.
Well, Doug Wing is not from the Philippines. He's visiting the Philippines.
Right.
Yeah, but right now he's there.
I know. It's freaking awesome. Thank you for being here.
So
imagine you're an author and you want to go get talks, right? And you want to go get more bookings to talk about your book. And you go out there, you send this to your 30 best prospects. How many of them are going to come back to you? Now imagine you don't have a book. You have something like Jeffrey was saying, a small little bicycle or a small little something that can fit. I'm sure, Kellen, can you get these boxes in different sizes?
Yes. Yeah.
And you send the box with the video message and it auto plays. I had paused it, but freaking amazing. Like this stops and gets your attention, and it practices, Jeffrey, it practices your principle.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 3:30 a.m. Doug Wing, and he's watching. Cool.
Oh, wow. Thank you, Doug.
Alex from Des Moines. Hi, Alex.
It practices your principle about doing something about them.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, you're giving your offer, right? And giving value and creating a video that stops and make them think and say, wow.
Well,
and then what's the first thing someone does when they get this, Kellen?
I get contacted by them.
Yeah.
But
you want to know what they do before they contact you?
They probably go, wow.
They tell 20 other people.
They show it to every single person who's nearby.
Well, this is
Correct.
This is Jeffrey. This is your principle of using video. Remember when COVID began, It was like video. And I just thought I need to come up with a new way to incorporate video into some marketing. So that's what I did.
I love it. Kellen, so you're using this for your book right now.
Mm-hmm.
What success are you having getting in front of prospects?
100%. So far.
What? Say that again. So out of how many that you've reached out to?
I've sent 20 boxes out. I've gotten responses from 20 of them.
That's unheard of.
I know. I was in Cincinnati, a week and a half ago, doing a podcast for Q102. I'm heading to Houston next week to do television podcast in Houston. It works. It really works.
This is great. And
I'm mind blown. 20 out of 20?
So far, yeah.
Cool. So
because
this is an example.
They said they get 1,000 books. They said they get 1,000 books sent to them a month in a package, in an envelope, in a bubble wrap envelope. They said when they got my thing in a box, it was the first thing they opened. Because it was a fun box too. I mean, I'll admit it was a very fun box.
No, it's Kellen, it's well done.
Thank you.
Kellen, what are other ways people can use these boxes? Like, I'm just thinking through, like, if a realtor sent me a box like this.
Well, I have 2 clients now that are starting to use them. They're my California, my commercial real estate clients. So they're using, and they wanted to do Christmas. And I said, no, we're not going to do Christmas. We're going to do a mid-year, and it's going to be a gift from them. And it'll have something to do with their business, but it's something for their client. Cause it needs to be about the client. It's not promotional, self-promoting pieces. It's something specifically for their client.
So cool.
It
I
is.
love
I can't wait for them. They're being printed right now, so I'm real excited.
Wow.
So this is a giftology process where you make certain that it's about the other guy.
Mhm.
And for those of you who've never read the book Giftology, you need to do so. It's from the great John Ruhlin, who talks about gifting things in terms of the other person. Because
Exactly.
when he sends me steak knives, they have my name on them, not his.
Right.
And when we're cutting the steak, it's like, oh, these are the Ruhlin knives.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how you have to look at it. This is
Yeah,
the
I won't
Ruhlin
let
ice
any of
cream
my
cookie.
clients send anything with their own logo on it.
Yeah.
I go, that's just suicide. It really.
It's business
Well, it's-
suicide. Oh,
I will
love
tell
that.
you that it is grounds for trash.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want your shit. No offense. But if it is, if it's about me, I'll take it every day. Or maybe it's about something that I love, a sports team that I love, a person that I mean, there's all kinds of ways of doing it as long as it's not you.
Right.
It can't be
Exactly.
you because I don't want you. I want me. No
Exactly.
offense.
No, it's true. It's true.
Tom Gavin says a loyal Cards That Wow customer for 2 years.
He is. He is. He's been loyal
And
for 2
speaking of things, the great Dan Siegfried says "Go Birds," which is we lost the Super Bowl last year because of referees and sod, and now we have a better team, so we should kick. But I don't want to beat any team in the NFL. I want the Kansas City Morons to come back, and I want to kick the shit out of them because we are a better team.
Tell
It's
me
like
how
when
you
we won
really
our
feel.
first.
Exactly.
But
Kellen-
you can send me, if anyone is interested in Kellen's boxes, this would make a perfect gift to me with 2 tickets to the Super Bowl next year. And not
Oh,
shitty
man.
seat. I don't want to sit in the upper deck either. I want to sit on the field.
Well, I'll be
But
sure
that's
to
a
give
whole
a get
other issue.
rate.
We were just given tickets to a football game in England, and the seats were great. They're in the whatever the club level is,
Club level.
and at halftime, beer was free.
Yes.
It's unbelievable. You walk in and you could, and I'm not even a beer drinker, but I had one. You have to.
Kellen, I want to know what inspired you to make these boxes. Like, where
Yeah,
did the
me
idea
too.
come from? Where did this come about?
From John Ruhlin, actually. He sent me. I wanted a signed copy of his book. I said I'd mail my book to you, and would you please sign it? And then I was talking to Honore Corder, and I had kind of gotten distracted. I know, imagine that with me. And the two of them behind the scenes put together a box with a video and a personal message and the signed book, and it was beautiful. And I thought, I need
Wow.
to do something like this.
Yeah,
Wow,
That's
that is
cool.
so cool.
that's cool.
I love
Yeah,
that.
we have hooked up with a bunch of people that are amazing, and we're having Kellen Ann. She just happened to be in the Charlotte neighborhood, so we invited her over.
Yay!
But see,
She's at least 100 feet away at the moment. Although it looks like she's in China. And
but see, here's the difference, right? Like, a lot of people will receive that and say, "Oh, I'm going to do something like that one day,"
Mm-hmm.
and then never do it.
because
Right? And
one day is not a day of the week.
Right.
it's self-talk one day, maybe, probably, and you acted on it immediately.
Well, I knew I had to do something different to make my book stand out because I'm not a world-renowned author like the two of you.
Yet.
And I had to do, but I had to do something. And I thought, what can I do? And then I bumped it up. I put it on steroids because, I created the whole Wagmore experience. And
Mhm.
I just went, balls to the wall. I'm like, I'm just going for it with this one.
Yeah, and it created this whole new division in your company where you're helping authors do this now, which is so cool. If you're just joining us, just for the record, Kellen just came out with this book, Wagmore, and she shipped it to us in this really cool box with a video that plays on the inside.
No, with a video that is customized for each recipient.
Exactly. Every message is unique to the person.
Hey, Jeffrey, I just wanted to send you your copy of Wagmore.
Got it?
And a special thank you for all that you did, for your support and writing the wonderful quote for the back of your book. I just wanted to say I appreciate you, and I'm very grateful for you.
So every person who got the box got a video that said, "Hey Jeffrey," or "Hey Bob," or "Hey Jen."
Hey, Steve. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Jen, what was it like when you got the box?
I was not expecting it. And actually, it came in a bigger box with this amazing candle and a workbook and some other, a pen and some other stuff. And it just felt like a really nice gift. But it was the first time. We get a lot of books. And when you're whatever business you're in, it's likely you get a lot of samples of whatever you get. So, I mean, we're very fortunate where a book shows up here from an author
Yeah, weekly minimum.
every week.
Wow.
And it's hard for those books to stand out because it's a lot of books, right? And I would say we're probably on the low end of people who are receiving books. There's, publishers, for example, or hiring, personnel are receiving more and more. And so when I received this, it actually stood out. It made me stop and think and say, wow. And then I was like, I gotta show this to Lisa, and I'm FaceTiming her, and I gotta call Jeffrey, and I know he had gotten his own box too. And so and actually, this is, full disclosure, a sample one, because my personal one is at the beach. And when I opened it, I was just like, I was mind blown. I don't know how else to describe it. I was expecting Kellen to send me.
Right.
I wasn't
Yeah, me too.
expecting, but I was hoping Kellen would send me a copy of her book because I wrote the foreword and I love her book. And I obviously purchased copies as well to support her, but I was not expecting this. I was not expecting to be blown away when she sent me her book. And so the question becomes,
hang on one second. The secret is give people the unexpected.
Mhm.
Because if they expect it, it's not going to be a surprise. Jen could have easily gotten a book from Kellen Ann in any kind of a bubble wrap thing, and thanks for writing the forward kind of bullshit, and it would have gone into a pile instead of going into a conversation.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Jen. Go. Yeah.
No. Expect the unexpected give the unexpected is a great way to put it. Give the unexpected. I love that. And that, Kellen, seems to be one of your guiding principles in what you do and what you create.
Well, I try to create experiences because
Okay.
people will remember an experience before they'll remember, a book or, some kind of gift. If you create an experience around the receiving of a gift or whatever you're trying to send, you've got that person, and it'll turn into a relationship. You won't have clients anymore. You'll just have relationships.
I love that. So how do you create experiences for non-books?
Well, do I want to know why you're laughing?
No, I'm going to tell you. Look, Greg Fox is on right now. Greg Fox is in the transportation business. He creates rides for other people. You could say he's in the limo business, but there's no more limos. So he's in the transportation business. Couldn't he put like a mini car in one of these things and say, and it says Greg rides, and on the top of the car, and he sends it to his top 20 customers, and they put it on their desk, and it's there forever. It's there forever.
And that's the beauty. I consult all the time on creating an experience. You tell me what you do. You tell me the reaction that you're trying to create. Now, what kind of experience do you want them to have? And you talk to me about it, and then I can create it and give you a couple different ideas and decide what's going to work. I can work with, I work within your budget, and it just, I love creating experiences.
Exactly.
I made it my business.
And Kellyanne is going to England on June the 17th to be July the 17th, to be
June.
part
June.
of
June,
of
it's
the great
June.
Michael Helpel 17 explosion. So be there for that. I think Steve Kelly is going to be there for that. He just
He
said all
is.
of us
And
in the UK.
David Rogers.
Yeah,
I think Steve Kelly has a typo. He says all of us in the UK can wait to see Kellyanne. I think he means can't wait.
yeah,
I did kind of
So-
take over
Probably.
my last trip there.
Ellen, I'm
and,
super curious. Like, how do you come up? Like, how do you get so creative? Is there a process that you use? Do you need to? Because people are always asking us, how can I be more creative?
It starts with a conversation, and I'll do some research on the product. If I know who I'm talking to, I'll research their company. I'll try to, the thing is to find the niche that they're supporting or that they want to get to. And then I kind of work it backwards from that. I work it back from the message that they want, the experience they want to create, and then I work backwards from there.
Okay.
But it's
it
kind of
is.
different for everybody.
It is. What are people not expecting that when they get it, they're going to tell somebody else?
Right.
That's the whole deal. And that's a challenge. It may not be the challenge, but it's certainly a challenge of anybody in business is to looking
Right.
to be slightly different than everybody else. Now,
Mhm.
what I've been doing lately, and let me just share a couple of things because this is the easy way. I did a talk. I had a talk with a client from France this morning at 6:00 fucking clock in the morning. And I put on my French soccer jersey from when they won the World Cup, the second World Cup. Very hard to get jersey. And I told the guy, and he was just blown away by it. I said, I could have worn, and I showed him this, I could have worn this one because I'm a Messi fan. And that blew him away even more. But I didn't want to alienate him because if you're a soccer fan and you show the other team's jersey, you're pissed.
Mhm.
And actually in Britain, it's not pissed, it's pissed off. But that's a challenge. Are you doing this in terms of the other person or not? And then we had another talk with a woman who we're writing a book with, and she's from Philly. So how could I not Phillyfy it?
Exactly.
So think about, and all I'm trying to do is show that person that I'm thinking about them, not me. It's simple, but that's part of the process. And what Kellyanne goes through is, okay, what's in it for the customer? What's the customer going to do that's different? What's the customer going to say about this? What are they going to think about? What are they going to say about? And then what are they going to do? That's the whole deal. Because Kellyanne, when you send, 20 of these to other people, what you're wanting them to do is do something.
Mhm.
So what are they going to think? That's one thing. What are they going to say? That's a whole other thing. What are they going to do? They're going to pick up the phone and call you and want to do more of something, more of anything, doesn't matter. So Kellen did her own marketing program for her own book and got 20 great leads as a result of sending stuff out to people that was wow. I think that simplifies.
But just taking the time to get to know
Right.
the person, your client, your relationship that you're trying to build. If you do that, it repays you tenfold. Just paying attention and trying to understand them and the message they're trying to give.
Yeah, and Kellyanne's a hard worker. I can tell you that. She works her ass off.
And she's creative. Like, this is so creative. So she can help you with this. Think about what's going to be in your box and contact Kellen. Kellen, where should they find you? Where should they contact you?
Kellen,
Yeah, put it in
if you want,
put it in the chat. Jenny, put it in the chat.
I don't think we can. You guys are going to have to help us out there. If you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, wherever you're watching this, if you could put it in your chat, that would be super helpful.
Put it in the chat. Tell me what to do.
You can email me at kellen@cardsthatwow.com.
Kellen at
Cardsthatwow.
Lisa popped it on Facebook. Thank you, Lisa.
She's literally like right there.
Lisa has not gone home?
No, she's right here.
Go home, Lisa.
I won't let her.
beat the
Sorry.
traffic.
Oh no, now she's gonna sit in rush hour. Kellen at cardsatwow.com went to YouTube, went to Facebook. Someone's got to put on LinkedIn. Help us out, guys. Help us out.
And then
They
on
should
And
email
LinkedIn
you.
doesn't post those messages. LinkedIn doesn't post them. Sorry.
And then Instagram, I'm just Cards That Wow. LinkedIn, I'm Kellen Fisher. I think I used my last name on that one. So LinkedIn, Instagram. I think that's it, right? Facebook,
Yeah.
I'm Kellen Ann.
So you guys,
Yeah.
if you are an author, you got to get this for your books. But if you are not an
Or if you
author, I
just
want
want
you to think about.
If you just want an idea about how you can wow your customers, call Kellen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Because
send her
like
an
Steve
email.
Kelly says, Kellen is blooming amazing.
Right. Blooming
Is that a
is
British term?
British for fucking.
Yeah.
She's fucking amazing.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
what you don't know.
blooming amazing.
Exactly.
It's my superpower.
Yeah.
It is. It is. Oh man, I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad we could show everyone these boxes.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much. Thank you, both of you.
All right.
It's a
So
pleasure
we're
to chat with you.
we're 26 minutes in and we're one more minute out. Have a safe day. Stay
Bye,
away from
everybody.
idiots. And thank you for being here. Cheers
you.
until next time.
Bye. Thank you, Kellen.
Cheers. Bye.